So the DHA coffee break will actually live today with the one and only monster guitar player. You know him from Creed, you know him from Alter Bridge, and now this great solo project. I give you Mark Tremonti live from Studio D, ladies and gentlemen.
What's happening?
Studio D being brought to you by Richie's Music Center, Route 46 in Rockaway. The place to go for your guitars, drums, lessons, and repairs, 973-625-2500 and online at richiesmusic.com. So you, my friend, are kind of a solo guy now.
I'm a solo guy, yeah.
How does it feel?
It's great. You know, it's just getting started, but, you know, we've had this album that works for about a year now, so it's, you know, I'm anxious to get it out here next Tuesday.
So tell me a little bit about the Tremonti band.
It's me, myself, Eric Friedman, and Garrett Whitlock on drums, and Eric plays the bass on the album and the rhythm guitar stuff, and I take the rhythm and lead, and I'm doing the singing. And, Garrett was in a band called Submerged with Eric that I co-produced years ago.
You were involved with those guys, right?
And they were just the obvious choices for me. I've known them for about 15 years now, and Garrett's just a phenomenal drummer and great dude. We all, you know, he lives in Orlando with me, so it made it easy.
Now, we have some fans here that actually submitted questions to ask on our website. We had so many great questions from people. People wanted and have waited so long for the solo project to come out because you've been working on it for a while. A lot of people said, oh, there's so many songs. Could you do 2 solo records back to back? I mean, you're super busy. You've got Creed. I hear a new record maybe in the works. You guys are going to be doing some touring. We're looking for a new Alter Bridge record next year. What was it like putting together this first record for you?
It was great. You know, I had a 3-month period where Miles was on tour with Slash, and I was just kind of at home and decided to get the guys together to put some songs up. And right off the bat, it was just a blast. And we had put together the bulk of the album in about a month. And started recording, got the drums and some guitar tracking done before I went on tour. And then as I was on tour with Creed or Alter Bridge at the time, I'd finish off the rest of my guitar parts, come home, track those, go back out on tour, work on my lyrics. So I had a lot of time to work on it. So,
yeah, that's a great way to do it, too, I would imagine, because you sort of are getting all these new, fresh experiences, and you kind of go back and are able to sort of put all that together.
Yeah, and when you track, you know, you can hear, get rough demos from the producer and fix what you don't like. You know, it's the first time you hear your own voice. If something bothers you, I'll rewrite the lyric or re-sing the performance. So now I've got it all taken care of.
Well, I was going to ask you, too, you've worked with now 2, I'm going to call them big singers. They're very different in style, but big rock singers. You've got Scott Stapp, of course, and Miles Kennedy, who now is becoming a huge sort of superstar in his own right. Did you feel a strange pressure now? You're singing in front of the band now.
No, you know, it's, I think once I started singing, I've been a singer since I was a kid because I've been a songwriter. I'm a melody writer, and that's what my main thing about doing a solo record wasn't to show my guitar playing, because that's what I've done for years. I wanted to show the songwriting side of things and kind of bring out my roots, my heavy metal roots from when I was a kid. But writing vocal melodies is my favorite thing to do in the world, and doing that over all these years develops your voice. And I just never felt like my ideas would reach their full potential with my voice on it, but after all these years of practicing and doing it, I think I finally got there.
Oh, absolutely. I was looking at some of the videos you've got. Your website is marktremonti.net, and then you've got tremontiproject.com. You've got some great live videos of the band playing, and you as a singer and frontman, just an amazing job. By the way, Mark Tremonti live from Studio D with us. If you want to check out our live webcast, it's at WDHAFM.com. And, you know, we can wave to the people and say, hi, people. Look at all the people here tonight, like a Diamond Dave line. You know, let's talk a little bit about your metal roots. You're such a monster player. I mean, just an amazing guitar player. When you were a kid, you have roots in metal. You loved Metallica and Anthrax, I was reading. What was your first, and who was your first guitar epiphany, so to speak, that you watched this person or heard this person and said, wow, look at this?
I think what really made me want to buy a guitar was when I saw Crossroads, the movie, and I saw Vi doing the battle, and I just said, you know, I want to be able to do that. And so I bought my first guitar for $10, and I was 11 years old. But when I picked it up, I didn't really learn how to play. I learned how to write. You know, I just started writing songs right off the bat, and that's what really made me excited. It wasn't the whole shreddy thing. I think it was years later when I finally got my Paul Reed Smith signature model that I said, wow, I better learn how to play this guitar.
I have my guitar now. I've got to be the master. Well, you know what? I want to play something from the solo record. You Waste Your Time is the very first single, so to speak, and I definitely felt those metal roots. I mean, you have always been, to me, when I listen to anything that you've done, you know, a hard guitar player. I mean, you're a guitar guy. You know, I hear that metal influence. I really, really hear it, though, on the solo record. So let's do You Waste Your Time, and then we'll come back and we'll have some of our listeners ask questions. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
They're a good-looking group, aren't they?
They're a great-looking group.
Fantastic. All right, You Waste Your Time. Mark Tremonti and Tremonti at WDHA. Tremonti and Mark Tremonti, 105.5 WDHA, the Rock of New Jersey, from this great, and I have a copy. I have a copy of All I Was. It's hitting next Tuesday, but I actually got a little advanced copy here.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so excited. And was listening to a lot of great clips of the tunage online. Mark's got two really fantastic websites, marktremonti.net or Tremonti Project. WDHAFM.com if you want to check out our live webcast. So we've got some people. We decided when we knew you were going to come in, we know what the fan base for Mark Tremonti is. You've got your Creed, you've got your Alter Bridge, you've got your Tremonti fans. Everybody is super loyal. Some people submitted questions where they wanted to get so deep into your head that we didn't want to scare you.
Right.
So we were like, maybe we should take some. So we went through all these questions, and we had a lot. And we picked out a lovely gentleman named Cameron for our first question. So Cameron, I'm going to get you up to the mic here. How are you, my friend?
Really good, thanks.
Where are you from?
I'm from Randolph, New Jersey.
You're from Randolph, New Jersey. A big Alter Bridge fan, you told us. All right, so you had a question for Mark, which would be?
What has been the biggest challenge in writing your solo album?
I think this is the first album that I've had to write lyrics from top to bottom on. I've done a lot of lyric writing in the past, but it's usually a song here, a song there, or I'm a vocal melody writer, so I'll start lyrics and then Scott or Miles will finish them off on both Creed and Alter Bridge. So this is the first time that I had to really hunker down and spend a month writing lyrics, and it's tough. It's tougher than you would think. Even if a song sounds like the lyrics would be easy, to make them sound like they would be easy is the hard part. To make them flow easy and sing well. So that was the biggest challenge.
Thank you, Cameron. Mark, I know you have 2 sons.
Yes.
No daughters. But if you had a daughter, isn't Cameron like the kind of kid you'd let him date?
He's probably a little old.
He's very preppy and very, very nice. Very nice young man. Your folks did a really good job with you, Cameron. Thanks so much. Now I've got Laura Pearson coming up to the microphone. Now Laura's got a question. It sort of has a couple of different elements to it.
Yes.
So Laura, meet Mark Tremonti. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Laura.
Absolute honor to meet you.
You're
one of the best musicians that I've ever seen.
Well, thank you very much.
And he's cute too. He's very cute.
Basically, my question is with your 3 endeavors, Creed, Alter Bridge, and your Tremonti project, how do you find time to enjoy your friends and family?
I just plan ahead. I record albums at home. When I tour in the States, my kids and wife come out with me. The only time where it's tough is when I'm touring Europe. I go away for 6 months. I'll always fly back in the middle of the tour, so I'll see him. I won't see him for 2.5 weeks, which kills me. But I don't ever miss a birthday or Christmas. Or the one thing I miss all the damn time is Halloween. I always miss Halloween, and that drives me nuts. But I get to see him much more than you might think. I'm a big fan of that.
That's excellent. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for taking the time to answer my question.
Thank you.
Wow. See, I feel like we know you better.
Yeah.
We know you even better now. Mark Tremonti, live from Studio D. So let me ask you, too, Creed out on tour. We've got a well-known theater date in Montclair coming up. WDHA welcoming you guys on September the 8th. This is going to be the first time that you guys have played the one-line theater. So we're really excited to have the band there. And Alter Bridge, we hear maybe a new record next year, 2013.
Yeah, me and Miles will get together in December, January, and put a record together and try and get it out so we can go on the Big Summer Festival and run. And
cool.
I'm trying to jam this band on the side of the festival.
I was going to ask you, too, now you want to go out and tour with the Tremonti project.
Yeah.
So is that going to happen?
Yes. Creed stops on September 8th, and then I'm going to plan on going immediately out with this on tour. And then I know Scott has a book coming out, so he's going to be doing a book tour. So it's perfect timing for me to go out and promote this while he's promoting that. And then before I meet with Miles, we were planning on maybe going to South America for a couple of weeks.
Wow.
With Creed and see if that happens.
And the great thing has been, and as we sort of wrap things up today, the great thing has been, I think, for you, this has to be a really satisfying time as an artist for you, because you've got your original band, Creed, intact and probably a stronger unit than ever, really.
Yeah, it's we're doing it all for the right reasons now. When you're in a successful band and it's your first band, there's so much pressure to keep on putting out new music. You have all these threats. If you don't put out, if your next single fails, it's over. If your sophomore record doesn't do well, it's over. So we're always under so much pressure. Now with Creed, we know we can tour every other year.
And you guys have sold like 9 million bajillion records over time. I mean, it's just they created the diamond status. For goodness sakes, for the band, because you guys were selling so many records. So to know that you felt that pressure is very interesting.
Oh, it was tons of pressure. And it was you know, and it wasn't our dream come true of being in a rock band and having it be just a good time. I think there was too much pressure. There was a ton of success, but it just wasn't. We weren't happy. You know? So that's when we kind of split and we started Alter Bridge, and Scott went on his own. And, we years later realizing that we had something really special going on. And a lot of bands get to play, you know, big arenas and amphitheaters, and we missed that. We want to go back and do it again.
And the Alter Bridge project, super satisfying. You've got a whole
Yeah.
different fan base there.
Yeah, Alter Bridge is a very fun band. We do very well in Europe, so we just kind of like our American band. And Alter Bridge is mostly our European band, touring wise. And Miles and Scott couldn't be any more different, both, you know, as vocalists. So it's good to be able to experiment with both.
Well, Mark Tremonti, so just a pleasure to have you here.
Pleasure
We've
to
had
be
you here with Alter Bridge before. You're always just such a gentleman and a monster guitar player. Did you guys have fun meeting Mark?
Thank you, guys.
And the Tremonti project is coming out next Tuesday. It's called All I Was. Fantastic stuff. Very heavy-duty record. You know, I was listening to some of the clips and I'm thinking, wow, what should we play? And I picked out this track, which maybe is not the heaviest track on the record, but I think it's just lyrically and your vocals on it are just so tremendous. And I thought, well, which one should we play? And I'm like, I love So You're Afraid. But then the things I've seen is a track that just kept jumping out at me. I mean, it just sounds like a smash hit. So can we play that together?
Sure, absolutely.
Let's do it. Tremonti, Mark Tremonti, live from Studio D. We actually have some great food, too, courtesy of Piccolo's, Kinnelon Road in Kinnelon. So everybody's going to go eat and hang out for a while. So thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much, Matt.
Our pleasure.